Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm nervous too.
Shut up.
No, for real. How can you not be?
I don't know. I hear you're supposed to channel that and say, I'm not nervous, I'm excited. So,
Well, I mean, I guess it's the same. It's like the same energy, nerve and excitement, but like it makes sense that people get nervous improvising. You're going with nothing, and you're trying to prepare for the best with someone else. I mean, that's not the easiest thing to do.
right. You have to embrace that free fall.
Oh, that's it. And it's when you embrace it, it becomes the most fun. But I get nervous before doing any of these or doing shows all the time.
Yeah.
I think I'm also at a point where I'm like, ooh, this could go horribly wrong. Let's see what happens.
Right.
But it never does. Like it never turns out as bad as I used to think it would be. And so now it's just a matter of like, oh, how much fun can I have in this amount of time with someone? And the fact that we've never met, I think is super exciting for to be
Yeah.
real.
Sure.
So usually like it's like one scene real time, but if you want whatever you want to do, I'm down for.
Okay. I mean, I'm in true improv form. I'm here to support you, make you look good. You make me look good.
Oh,
We look all
cool. Then we got the same attitude.
good. Yeah. Woo.
Uh, Pick a number between 1 and 52
Oh
or
my God.
51. 51.
17.
Oh, right out the chute. 17. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. All right, this comes from Michael. And the suggestion is I don't trust this boat. Thanks, Michael.
I'm feeling it
Yeah,
like in my stomach.
I I was sick before we got on here. I was sick on the shore and I was so nervous and now I'm like, whew, I feel like I want to sit down. Would
Here's
that
the,
make it worse?
I feel like it would because I don't know what I am no captain. You know this.
Yeah.
You know how far away from aquatic things I tend to stay, but I just feel there's a questionable amount of rust on nearly everything.
Yeah, I mean, it said vintage, but I think I get what the code is. I think it just means old.
They sure can write up a man. I want to hear their Tinder profile. This is vintage.
Right? It's like they're putting everything a good spin on everything. I mean, I guess technically we could fit 20 people on here, but I don't think it's meant for it. I don't think this is a 20-person boat. I think like technically like maybe if we stacked people we could, but there's no way more than 6 people can fit on this boat.
Yeah, I think historically, stacking people on vessels is frowned upon.
But
I
yeah.
would do a small amount.
I mean, isn't that like the first thing is like don't stack? Like that's the first thing in ship talk.
I feel like it would have to be, at least in the top five rules.
Hey, can I ask you something?
Oh, of course, of course.
In Titanic, do you think she had room for him on that door? Or do you think that there was not going to be room for him?
Are we talking physical room or
Yeah.
emotional room?
No, I think physically, would there physically have been room for him for Jack on that door?
I feel like there's no way there wasn't room for him on it.
She was taking up a lot of space.
I feel like it's symbolic though. Maybe the water was the best place for him. You really want to live through that with someone who won't share a door with you?
No, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, that's the worst. Like to me, that they won't give you a little space there. That's the sign of the relationship right there.
That's true. I feel like if she were here with us on this boat, you're are you okay?
I'm not feeling the greatest. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, it's getting a little choppy. But yeah, talking about this is keeping my mind away from it. So
Help to
yeah,
distract you. I think
yeah.
if you breathe Yeah.
I, I feel like I should do this. I feel like you do the bridge of your nose. It could help not get seasick.
I mean, acupressure is a thing, right? I think breathe. You're supposed to, I think, look out at the horizon. If you look past, I know the glare and I know that's kind of nauseating, but look past it. Past, past all the rust covered chairs,
Oh,
past all the chop, chop, chop. Don't focus on the chop. Don't focus on that part. You got to look beyond it at the sun. You know, don't focus on going like this.
yeah.
I know we're going, don't focus on it. Look past the chalk. Got to bring it together. Okay, let's bring it back. We'll distract you. Rose, Rose.
Yeah, the
Selfish
door.
rich girls on a door. God, was she selfish?
I think she could have put him on there. I really do.
I think she just didn't want to. I think we needed to get into that more.
Well, I mean, you would think like they were in some sort of early stages of a relationship that would be the time you would want somebody on that door with you, but no.
You know, and now that I'm thinking about it, you're looking a little green. Let's think, remember this. Remember, visualize this part in the movie. Remember in the back of the car, the sweaty scene, remember?
The hand.
Yes. How small is that back seat?
I mean, it was tiny. It was a.
It's so small.
Were you gonna high five? I felt you were gonna high five.
No, I just remember
Okay.
I think of that handprint in my mind and I have to do the schmear in real life.
Yeah, it's like a.
It's
It's
kind
a.
of like the choppy waves. Don't think about those.
Every time we talk about Titanic, it's ironic, but I feel better. Maybe it's I'm just distracted, but when we don't talk about Titanic, I start thinking of. I'll be honest. Like for a team building event, they could have done something better. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoy it, but I'm like, I'm not the only one who's not feeling good right now.
And it's
Titanic.
so odd too, because for for the business that we are in,
Yeah.
land usage and planning, I just find the ocean to be a very strange choice for team building.
Yeah. It's like it's the worst thing. If you think about what could be the worst thing for us, it's that. There's so many
Hey,
things we could do on land. We can go to dinner. We could have just not even left. We could have just stayed docked and it would have been better. I mean, I just don't like the look of this.
in a place where an entire group of people, we are literally landlubbers. We've
Yes.
made a career of it. And they
Yes.
bring us landlubbers to this walking ad for tetanus prevention, walking, floating,
Yeah.
barely vintage. Have
I
you
don't
got,
know. I can't make it the next 45 minutes.
look, we're going to get you through this.
Okay.
You and me here. How did we handle the Simmons report?
Together.
You thought we couldn't do it.
I was like, there's no way we can do it. And you were right.
There's no way we can figure out this land usage. And we did,
You,
because we're ingenious.
you said we got to put our head down and barrel forward. I think I should put my head down. Not like literally. If I put my head down, I might. Hold on. Yeah, that's better.
Is that better? Is that better? What if you add the nose with it? Did the nose help at all?
Yeah.
Did that help?
Oh, that's so much. That's a lot better. That's a lot better.
Now, what if you combine the nose and the head and then occasionally look up to the horizon for an in-breath, like a sun salutation, but for extreme seasickness?
Like I'm almost like I'm swimming and I need to take a breath.
Yeah. I'll do it with you. Out. And then
That's better.
it's better.
It's countering the rocking of the boat.
I think we should do one more. I think we
Okay.
should. Okay, okay. Down, up, and inhale. Lovely.
You know there were
You're
there were
doing,
people who saw Titanic and didn't know that it was based on a true story. You know that?
I can't hardly believe that. Which
Yeah.
part did you think was falsified?
They thought the whole thing wasn't a true story. They thought it was just a Hollywood film my cousin had a son, and he was like, "No, it was just a movie." And I was like, "No, Mark, it's actually based on a true event."
I am gobsmacked. That's one of those things you think everybody knows, like Coca-Cola
Yeah.
and more Coca-Cola.
You know, Coca-Cola was made with cocaine at one point, right?
I did know that. I feel like I would have gotten a lot more reports done. Maybe this team building wouldn't be so nauseating.
Uh, you want to do some? You want to do some cocaine?
You have some?
Yeah.
What, on this rust bucket here?
I mean, we're gonna get something anyway.
It's not a bad idea. One question though.
Yeah.
The seats are this rusty. What do you think the back of the toilet looks like?
Oh, it's if they're not cleaning the seats, they ain't cleaning that toilet.
Dude, just,
Yeah. Yeah. We could just do a little something now. I mean,
I mean, what the hell? It got us through last year's conference, right?
yeah. It's
How
gonna be.
insufferable.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine without this? How bad it would be?
Oh my God. Well, they're the ones that picked Caesar's Palace.
Yeah.
I mean, like they expected us to not do cocaine in the bathroom at Caesar's Palace for a
Hey,
do some planning conference.
what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, right?
Well, except for when we bring it on a boat.
Good point.
Okay, you think? I mean, don't you think? You think it'll be okay with your nausea? I'm a little concerned that it might cause some gastric upset with you.
There's only one way to find out.
All right, balls to the wall.
Balls to the wall.
Like the job account. Let's do this. You want to just? It's on my hand here.
Oh. Oh. Now it's a party.
Oh. Oh. Well,
Yeah, that's better. That's better.
I think I could talk myself into some team building.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do some team building.
I didn't even cheer like they do. What do you think?
Yeah. Trust fall. Come on. Trust fall.
All right. Oh.
Scene. Yeah. Oh wow. That was wonderful and unexpected too. That was
Sometimes
so fun.
you
Have
yeah,
you
we did it.
what's that?
I said, yay, we did it.
Are you a fan of the movie Titanic?
You know, in the dorkiest way possible, I am, because James Cameron nerded out and got so many historical details
Yeah.
accurately. That's why I watch it. So I'm like perving on the china and the moldings. That's what I'm focused on. I could give a shit about Rose on the door. I don't care.
It's so funny because so many people have like really gotten into arguments about that point. And I'm with you. I'm like, it's a movie. Who cares?
Yeah, I know. I mean, he was probably going to die of some preventable disease anyways. He was a poor guy. No health. And
Right?
she's insufferable. Sorry, are we allowed to?
Yeah, you're allowed to do whatever
Yeah,
you want.
she was awful. I don't know. I don't see much personal growth in her as far as like her emotional capacity. Did all the Amelia Earhart cool shit, you know, as per the picture montage.
Yeah.
But she should have sold that shit on eBay, throw it in the ocean. You're done.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Exactly. Like you could have generational wealth with that and instead you chuck it in the ocean. Come on.
Right? And she had kids too. It wasn't her granddaughter carrying
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
So the social security check for the poor granddaughter can't be that much. And she's going
Right.
to throw the Hope Diamond's cousin in the ocean.
So you and I both give that movie a big thumbs down. Not like thumbs up for the attention to detail, thumbs down for the story.
Yeah, if they could just clear out all the actors and let me, you know, see the boat, the ship. That would.
We want a movie just about the ship. That's it.
You know, actually, there was I forget the name of the company, but they had on the 100th anniversary, they served a dinner that was the same as the first class last meal on the Titanic, and I wanted to go so badly, but
Oh wow.
shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe again. Maybe it'll happen again in the 125th.
Right? I can bring it. I'll be older then. I can bring a nice handbag that I've hopefully acquired.
Right? Oh, killer handbag, get yourself a killer handbag walking around.
right? And like I belong there,
Seriously, do some acting.
right? Exactly.
No, I belong here. I definitely belong here. I know exactly what's going on.
Do you not see my dinner gloves?
How did you get into improv? Like what brought you to your first class and shows and things like that?
Well, I did a little my Al Bundy moment. I did improving in high school, and it was fun, but very basic. And then I became a mom and kind of put everything creative about me
Mm,
to bed for a while. And I was getting back into writing and like caring for myself as an actual individual. And I was, getting the ball rolling on like more stand-up geared stuff. And my best friend was like, "You need to go take classes at UCB." And I was like, "Did you hear me?" I said, "Stand up." And she's like, "No, trust me." And I was like, "Fuck you, fine." So I went and hated it. But I was like, this is where I need to be, because if I hate it this much, I have a lot to learn. So
really?
yeah, so I just had to like lean on my masochism and keep pushing myself, because it's perfect. It really is. Like if you're doing writing and stand up, those are very singular in your
Yeah.
head,
Yeah.
up your own, and you have all the control. And when you're doing improv, it's like even if the whole scene comes to you immediately, I could, give an initiation and someone takes it a totally different direction. And for the first however long, I was like, "Oh, son of a bitch, your idea sucks." And I would just be really broody about it. So learning to let go and just embrace that free fall, for me, it's comedic jujitsu.
Wow. It's amazing that you're like, I hated it, therefore this is the place to be.
Oh yeah, that's true in so many things in life. If you're
Yeah.
uncomfortable, mm, yeah,
No, I think that's it. I think you nailed it with like the uncomfortable part.
yeah,
And
yeah.
have you seen it transform in any way your stand up, your writing? Have you seen an influence improv's had on it?
Yeah, it's given me because there's such a free fall, and because there's such a, even in the confines of one scene, it can be great, it can suck, can be great, it can suck. And so learning to sit with the suck means that I would get stuck in the editing stage, and it would be like,
Mm.
it's not ready, it's not ready. And I would handicap myself and not put things out there because I was so obsessed with the perfection. And so it's given me the ability to just push myself and be like, so what? If it sucks, oh well, at least you tried. And if it's great, cool. But you'd never know if you didn't actually do it.
It's funny. It's like, if it sucks, oh well, at least you tried. If it's great, oh well, at least you tried.
And if it's lukewarm water, okay, yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. I mean, it's like a mindset, right? It's like shifting the mind a little bit.
Yeah, well, that's what I meant about the jujitsu. Like
Yeah.
to do a reference, I wanted to get real Kobe Bryant, Black Mamba about it. Like he is so non-flinching. I remember a slow motion, I think it was a GIF where someone had taken a basketball and like bumped right in his face. He did not flinch at all, and I was like, I want that for comedy.
Oh
So
wow.
that's why I keep doing the improvs, because I think it'll get you to that non-flinching.
My God, I'm stealing that. I'm going to credit you with it, but that's a really good analogy, is that non-flinching, especially in comedy, which is like you're flinching so much.
Right. And I just feel like if you're so in your head, I try and be really good at meditating, but
Yeah.
I don't practice it as much as I should. But what I've learned from that is if you're so in your own shit, there's so much that you're missing. So if you learn to quiet the bullshit internally, you're not going to
Mm.
be less funny because you're not conflicted. The funny's still going to be there. You're just going to have a higher perspective and a greater clarity about it. And so that's, I think, super important and super key. And that's what I'm constantly working on.
Oh my God. Not getting in your own shit. I mean, it sometimes is something you go after for a lifetime. It's a pursuit for a lifetime, is trying to stay out of your own way.
Yeah. Well, you're going to miss so much. And especially in improv, if you're focused on your own shit, all of the gifts that your partner's giving you, you're not going to pick up on. You're not going
Yeah.
to subtle things where you might have, if you're stuck in here, you could have missed a really tiny nugget that could have expanded into something hilarious that is poignant and moving for everybody. But because you're up your ass, you just rock up and have a good show.
Come
And
on, get out of your own ass.
yes.
uh, where if people want to connect with you, like if they want to see things you're working on or follow you, check out shows. Where's the best place, like on social media? What's the best way for them to check you out?
You could read my brand new baby blog. It's Hardcore Sofley. My last name's Sofley, Sofley, hardcoresoftly.com.
Okay.
Other than that, you can get a load of me doing dishes in my kitchen. Thanks, Corona.
It's really huge on YouTube.
What is?
You doing your dishes?
I bet. The chipping of the plates, the swearing, the staring off into nothingness.
The wonder, is this ever going to end? Same old, same old.
Stay tuned. She might get self-injurious. You never know.
Well, you are so fun to play with. I really appreciate you taking the time out, and
Thank you so much.
I cannot wait to play with you again, whether it's like virtually or in person. This was great.
I would love that. Thank you. Thank you. This was so much fun. I really appreciate it.
All right, be safe. We'll talk soon.
Okay.
Bye.